Hello, I hope you've enjoyed hearing all about the Nicholas Brewer and Peter Mesier Dutch roots and their traditions, the decorations that you've seen, and even those delicious Dutch treats. Today I'm reading a story about Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas was written by Kathy Dodson, and she was inspired to write this book because she was involved in celebrations that take place in Rhinebeck, which is a town just north of here. In Rhinebeck, they have on the first weekend of December a huge parade and celebration, and Sinterklaas comes riding in on a big white horse, and the streets are lined with children. They're all wearing crowns like kings and queens. They have wands with stars on them that they wave, and they're all out to welcome Sinterklaas home. The tradition of Sinterklaas was brought over by the Dutch settlers over 300 years ago. Sinterklaas was the patron saint of children and sailors, which is really appropriate because we are on the water. The Hudson River is right alongside us here. On December 6th, Sinterklaas comes and he brings goodies for the children. He brings hope for joy and peace in the world. And most importantly, he brings the thought, he symbolizes what love is like in our homes. So I'm going to read the story. Here it is, Sinterklaas. He was crafted by hand. He was carefully made. Given to a girl with a burgundy braid, red cap and cape and curled staff, he was Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas, Sinterklaas. The girl and her ma and her pa set sail from their home. They set sail and to their home said farewell. But the winds took no notice of who's passing through, and as the ship rocked and as the ship blew, Sinterklaas was lost. Here he is, he fell overboard. He drifted away in the cold, icy seas. He bobbed in the waves, and he blew in the breeze. A bear found the doll, and he danced all nightfall. Then under the stars, the bear sang his songs of life, of his hopes, of the place he belongs, and the doll listened well, as dolls often do, and when the wind blew, the bear thought he heard the word home. Out from the darkness, gliding on snow, rode celestial crowns with branches aglow. They cast a spell, and the doll, how it grew! The doll became man as the winter wind blew. Here he is, the doll, and now he is made man. He mounted a steed as the sky turned to night. 7 sisters shone down, and they said, "Follow our light." The Snow King and Snow Queen cast magical spells. The reindeer, they galloped and jingled their bells. 7 sisters shone bright, and the bear clapped his paws. And on his white horse, there rode Sinterklaas. Onward they went to where sea meets the land. Their dash turned to walk, and their walk turned to stand. But friends can have flippers, and friends can have tails. Friends can have wings on paws, or even shells. So they climbed on the back of their friend. So here's the horse and the bear and Sinterklaas, and they're going to climb on the back of their friend, the turtle. and they sailed. Here they are on their way. The turtle it swam, and the owls they flew. Grandmother Earth hurled wind as she blew. With the wind at their backs and smiles on their faces, they sailed and sailed to faraway places. Chinolas they whirled, wild women danced, the grumpuses boogied, and the llamas they pranced. Even though they were wild, they were joyful and free, and the wild ones, they welcomed their guests from the sea. And when the wild ones learned of some place called home, the bear stretched his arm and said, "Come." Onward they marched over land fierce and gray. Night came, but Lux and Lumen lit the way. When they got hungry, the bees brought them treats of honey and oranges, almonds and sweets. And when they grew scared, the brave lion said, "Follow my lead, there's good fortune ahead." And when they seemed like they would never get there, they climbed on a dove and they soared in the air. The twin serpents slithered, the lion it roared, the honeybees buzzed, and the peace dove it soared. They soared over mountains, they soared over falls, they soared over states, through borders, through walls. And Sinterklaas rose his curled staff in the air, and he said, "Let us love on this earth that we share. Let us honor our children as they bring us light. Let us hold tight to hope on this, the longest night." In that long night, the travelers found light, hope, a home, a town. There was music. Here's Sinterklaas coming into town. There was dancing and joy all around. One night each year in that wonderful town, the children held branches, the children wore crowns. They laugh and they sing, they clap their hands in applause, and they welcome him home, home at last, Sinterklaas. Wasn't that a great story? So, here's some little thing that you may want to do. Find an adult and ask them to come out and help you find a twig or a branch with little arms off of it. And you're going to take that little twig or branch, take 3 little pieces of paper, and on each of these pieces of paper, you're going to write a wish. The first wish is for your family. The second piece of paper, write your wish for your town or your home. And the third wish is for the world. And have someone help you attach all your little wishes to this twig. You can put the twig, put it in the ground next to your front door or your back door. You could put it in your garden. Or you could even maybe put it in a plant that Mom has at home and just stick that little branch in, and you can see these wishes and think about Sinterklaas and think about love in your home.